From Linwood Middle School, presenting a Thomas Edison video essay, was created by Team Solaris, which includes Christina Yu, Catherine Manley, and Shakur Aziz. About Thomas Edison. His full name, Thomas Alva Edison, was born on February 11, 1847, and then died on October 18, 1931. His occupation was being an inventor. He was the last born child of the 7 to his parents, Samuel and Nancy Edison, who had a great impact on his life. Education, the Cooper Union. Thomas Edison enrolled into a chemistry course in the Cooper Union in New York when he decided he needed to start with a clear mind and replay what began and progress in his mind step by step. The school was founded by Peter Cooper, an inventor and manufacturer, previously dating back from half a century from Edison's. Work in business. In 1872, Joseph T. Murray was a financial partner and Charles Batchelor was an invention collaborator. In the beginning, Edison did not own his business, nor did he work in a group of many other inventors. He began as a traveling telegrapher in 1863. Then, when he was 20 years old, he was hired at the Boston office of the Western Union. After this, he became a carbon transmitter at the age of 29 years old. Afterwards, he became successful enough to open his own research lab for future inventions to be created. Other interesting facts. The most famous quote known by Thomas Edison is that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Edison was also a big fan of solar energy and always hoped we would soon tackle it before oil and coal would run out. Also, he in fact had a tattoo of a quincunx, 5 dots arrayed in such a way that resembled the side of a 5-numbered dice on his forearm. His favorite holiday was the 4th of July, and because of the invention of the phonograph is the reason why we say hello on the phone. He also often went several days without bathing, and his first 2 children were nicknamed Dot and Dash.
Edison had many inventions, innovations, and also failures. His first invention was the electrographic vote recorder. It was a voting device that was connected to a clerk's desk which had legislators embedded. They moved a yes or no switch and the wheel kept track of votes. He also invented the motion picture camera. It worked by taking many pictures per second and displaying them very quickly to make it look like something was moving. He also invented the phonograph. It had 2 needles, and the sound vibrations from speaking into the mouthpiece indented the cylinder of the device, which is why you could play back what you said. He also innovated the light bulb. He actually made the light bulb last long because the previous one wasn't very effective, and he kept making his innovation better. He innovated the stock ticker by making all tickers in a line go at the same time so they could print the same information. One of his failures was the motion picture sound. He couldn't combine his motion picture camera with a phonograph, so he just abandoned the idea. His invention of the talking doll was also a failure. It didn't sound right at all. It had a phonograph inside of it, but the voice didn't come through clearly. He also failed at extracting iron from an ore. He put much time and effort into it, but he still couldn't find a way to do it, so he quit the idea. Overall, Edison's inventions and innovations outweigh the failures that he may have had.
Thomas Edison's personal life. Thomas Edison was curious about the world around him. He was an ambitious and hardworking man and meticulous in his planning. In his free time, Thomas Edison would vacation with Henry Ford and R.V. Firestone. Edison's values. Edison did not think sleep was important. He disliked speaking to reporters and he valued learning. He believed that knowledge was important. He did not believe in giving up and he liked to experience things for himself. Edison liked the challenge and loved boasting his knowledge. Some of Edison's proudest moments were when he became a first-class press wire operator, when he invented the incandescent electric light, and when he reenacted the invention of the incandescent light bulb at the Golden Jubilee celebration in Dearborn, Michigan. Some other moments were when he invented the phonograph, the motion picture, the alkaline storage battery, the electric pen, and the quadruplex telegraph for Western Union. Thomas Edison if he were alive today. Some pros of if Thomas Edison was alive today would be that he would undoubtedly be inventing more products for the betterment of mankind. He would also be curious about the web and want to figure out a way to easily structure the data on the web. He would be one of the most respected people in the world. Some cons of Thomas Edison being alive today would be that the invention of light bulbs would have taken longer to make. All his past contributions would not have existed, and he would not have existed in the past, so everything he did would be null and void. He would also do some of the major companies like Google and Bing. This concludes our presentation.